Welcome to Open Mind. Here is a podcast where we talk with free mind. I have Joy with me today, and we're gonna talking about predestination according to the Christianity. Today, I would like us to have a conversation on this subject. Is a predestination. So as you can hear, I had like according to the Christianity, because we will use some of the word from the Bible. So to start first, just to make a general, according to the subject, predestination is like being destined to reach a place that someone knows about already. So it's already traced your way, and you have to reach that no matter what. So what do you think about predestination, Joy?
Yeah. It's an interesting topic. And earlier on, when we were talking before we started recording, we were saying how predestination. I do not know whether it's something that's universal. Maybe it's only for Christians, or does it also exist in other religions? I don't know. Do you know whether it exists in other religions?
Probably, but personally, I don't know how they define that, but probably it exists in other religion.
I don't know. I haven't done this research yet. I will have to check that out. But as you said, according to what we know from the Christianity, the Bible and all, it says that God already knows your way. God already knew everything about you even before you were born, even before you were formed in your mother's womb. So like he already has a plan for each and every person who is on this earth, whether you are alive on to be alive, to be born. That's the sense of what predestination is. And
according to the
according
Bible.
according to the Bible, that's what it says, right?
Yeah.
Now the question, what's exactly the question? Do I believe in this, or what do I think about it?
Yes, what do you think about it?
I think that it's from a Christian point of view, you're like, God knows everything. And even though some things might happen, it's for a reason, because it has already been set out to be like that. Which kind of removes the what's the word? Which kind of removes the, how can we call it? Like the free will that God says gave us to be able to choose right from wrong. Remember, like in the beginning, when Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and they were just there chilling and all, and then Eve saw the apple, the tree, and we call it the apple tree, right? And the serpent came. The serpent was like the devil, and kind of tempted her. It was like, if you eat from that tree, you're gonna know right from wrong. You're gonna be smart. You're gonna be like God, etc., etc. And then that's when God kind of like condemned us, and is like, okay, so now since you have decided to choose this path, I'm letting you go, and you're gonna have to be choosing for the rest of your life. It's kind of like giving us free will, right? We have the devil on one side and God on one side. You have good and bad. You have right and wrong, and you have the free will to choose which side you want to go.
Yeah, but that's the point about predestination, because you said something very important about choosing. So I know that people, according to the Bible, they say that we have to choose between good and bad. Okay, but the predestination is before you choosing. What do you think if it's not been already chose for you before you make your choice?
Yeah,
Because you have been
I'm coming. That's where I was getting to. I'm trying to give backstory for the people who don't know, who don't understand, or some listeners who are not Christian, who don't know this stuff. Or maybe some Christians, maybe who haven't like really thought about it. That is the thought process that I'm laying down, so that you kind of understand how the predestination stuff is kind of messed up. Because it, like they say, it's like this, right? God knows you before you were born, etc., etc. And then parallelly, you are given the free will to choose right from wrong, good from bad, evil from good.
Mm-hmm.
So you think that you have that choice. And you usually do. In your mind, you think that you're choosing this and you're the one choosing to do A, B, C. But is it really it? Because God already knew that you're going to choose that particular thing. He
Yeah.
set it up
Mm-hmm.
that you choose that thing, even though you think that you chose it on your own. That's why I say it's kind of messed up, because you're not making your own choice at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends. But if you believe in it, at the end of the day, you're just going to live. Like, just live your life and just do whatever the fuck you want to do and don't care, because you're like, either way, God knows that I'm going to do blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, because what you say is very interesting and is very open. What I would like to talk about, and of course, before even we choose, because they even say that before even you was formed in your in your mother stomach, something like that, he knew you before. Okay, so as we say that God is so powerful, is so great, it's sure that we can give him the credit to know each of step that we're gonna do in our life. So the way that today programmer is able to program an application and to know from A to Z how the application will move, and we know that when he create the application, it will go by the step by step. I think God is so powerful to know every step of a man before he's a baby until he reaches to die. But God knows a way everything that he gonna make as a choice until the end. Now it come to, they didn't know that this man will go in hell at the end of his life, because of course he knows that this man is since he's born, since he was in the stomach of his mom of his mother, he will finish in hell one day. So what do you think of that? Is it see, if we wanna use like our logical mind, is it correct for God? I don't want to be to have some to shock people, but is it correct for God to create a man to go in hell if we want to be cash like that?
Yeah.
Like to create
I get what you mean. I get your question. Yeah. I don't know whether it's correct or not correct, because I'm not God. But what I know for sure is he set it like that. So it's literally his plan to create people to go to hell. Some people are busy walking on this earth to suffer, to die. You know, like what's happening right now in Israel, in Palestine, in wherever, in Russia, in everywhere, Ukraine, etc., different places in Africa where there is war, in South America, wherever we can think that bad things are happening, whether wars or earthquakes, natural disasters, floods. Last time I saw there was a flood in some part of US, homes are destroyed. God literally put you on earth to suffer and die in a fucking earthquake.
That's the cash way to talk about God today, because but in the certain part, yes, we can say that, as Joy is saying, and we can be able to say, because in the Christianity we all give all the time all the good to God. Yes, God is good, but at the same time in us is create the bad and good, because in the human we have the bad side and we have the good side. Who create all that? It's eternal man, is the one who was supernatural. We create that. We create everything in this world. So everything existing in this world is God created. Even the devil. The devil with his bad spirit. But God is so powerful to have created that too. You understand? So if we come back to be more careful about the subject of predestination, it show that it's very delicate, right? It's a
It,
very delicate
it
subject.
depends how you want to take it. It's not
Yeah.
that delicate. It's a
Okay.
fact. It's like that.
True.
It says that everything about you was known before you got. So what's delicate about that? It's clear. It's written that
True.
everything was known. So
But
what
why
about
sometimes some people are like, no, we have a choice to decide to not do that.
Yeah,
or
it's
to do
just
that.
yeah, it's just what we think because we're humans.
Yeah.
And God created for us to think like that.
True.
He created us to be humans and think like that. Think that we have a choice. That's why we have a choice. You can choose whether you want to eat pizza or pasta tonight.
Yeah.
It's a choice. It's God already knows that you're gonna choose pasta.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
But I don't know that you're gonna choose pasta. But you're like, Joy, tonight I wanna eat pasta. Joy, what do we have tonight? And I'm like, we have pizza or spaghetti or pasta.
Exactly.
And you're like, I wanna eat. What do I choose? I'm gonna choose pasta.
True. Because
you have that choice.
Exactly. But some people, by choosing pasta, they're gonna die because there's poison inside, and it's their way to die. God knew that at this time they would choose pasta,
and they're gonna die.
They're gonna die. So sometimes some people die, and we are like, "Oh God, why?" But it's their way has been already traced like that.
Yeah, it has been set like that.
It's settled like that, and nobody can change that.
No.
And of course, if we have to be realistic about that. We don't want to shock any Christian here. We just want to be logic according to what already even is written in the Bible.
Yeah, it's just because like we say, we are talking freely, and the point of the podcast, like you say, just having an open mind. Sometimes we have to be open about these things. And we are not even going overboard, like I said. It's not that deep.
True.
It's not that deep. It's written.
Exactly.
That is like that.
Yeah, even when we take the example of Judas Iscariot, for example, this man, we can say he has been created to betray God, you know? Because even when Jesus was talking with his disciples, he said, there is one among you guys who will betray me. And it's like his destiny. His destiny was settled.
Yeah.
Because that was the way to go for God to do what he had to do.
And if we go on that Judas Iscariot point, Judas Iscariot had a choice to say no.
Yeah.
When they approached him to betray Jesus, right? But he didn't say no. Because it was set up for him to say yes.
Yes.
And betray.
Exactly.
But what if he had said no? Do you think it would have been possible for him to say no?
But because as we know, as we think as a human, we have a choice to say yes or no.
Yeah, but do you think in that particular moment, if Judas had decided to say no, do you think it would have been possible?
But so it means that if he had said no, the plan of God, according to how Jesus will be a trap, like will be taken by the officer and all, to be killed after, his plan will not be done.
But do you think, the question is, do you think that it was possible for Judas to say no?
Yes.
How?
If it was being set up like that.
No. It was set up like Jesus said, that one of you guys is gonna betray me. And we know that it's Judas. So it's already in the plan, but Judas doesn't know. Judas doesn't know that he's going to betray Jesus, right?
Yeah.
He's the one who was even like, I'm never going to betray you, and he went to kiss him.
Yeah.
Remember? So, what if, no, not what if, but do you think it would have been humanly possible for Judas to say no? In that moment when they approached him to betray Jesus and gave him the money, do you think that it would have been possible for Judas to say no?
That's a very good question. But it could have said no. It could be possible for him to say no.
I don't think so. Because if he says no, then God has failed.
Yes.
So it wasn't possible. God
Exactly.
makes it so that he doesn't fail. For Christians, what do they call God? They call God the never failing God,
Yeah.
the all-knowing God, the God
Mm-hmm.
who never lies.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? And
Exactly.
God does not fail. So God was not gonna make him fail. He
My
wasn't
God.
gonna make himself fail. So there was no way. That's why I asked you this question.
That's
It's
very good.
philosophical in a sense, like it's not possible. Even if Judas wanted to say no,
Mm-hmm.
God wasn't gonna allow him. God was gonna force him. God was
True.
gonna put things in him that will make him say yes, because that was his destiny, like you said. That was
Exactly.
his plan.
Mm-hmm. That's very good, good, good. Your logic, according to that, is very, very,
It's a whole
very
thought process. So.
well expressed. Because Jesus said it before. So if Judah was saying no, of course, it wasn't matching according to what
Mm-hmm.
Jesus said.
Mm.
So that would not be
According to the plan.
exactly.
And
So
then God wants his plan to be as his plan is.
it's crazy
But do you
how the
think
plan
that God
is.
changes his plan? Because we're still under predestination. Do you think that God changes his plan? Or can he change his plan?
He will never change his plan.
So he can never change his plan.
But even he changed it because he already planned that it will change.
Yeah.
Because that's why he's God. Is the way when you go in the universe like that, you see how things is created. It's crazy. According to the video that we see on the universe, everything has been created like in detail. The sun is there, the moon is there, the earth is there. Even when you come into the earth, when you are in the plane, you see when you take a plane, you see how the sky are built like a
The
step by
different
step,
levels of the
different level
clouds.
is the perfection. So God, even he has changed his plan, but he has already planned to change that plan.
So at the end of the day, there is nothing any human being can do. So all these people be telling us, hey, pray to God so that he changes this for you. It's for nothing.
But unfortunately for the Christian who listen to us, we can say it's for nothing, but it doesn't mean that you have to stop to pray. That's your must to pray, because as if you are Christian, your must, as for example, if I take when you are in a country, we have a law. So the law, it's your must to respect that. If you don't respect, you're gonna go in prison, something like that. But as a human or Christian, it's your must to pray. If you read your Bible, it's a thing. But unfortunately, you have to know that everything has been already set up. So even today you are there, you pray for having a job, but you can go there, you not have that job.
You not get the job
because it has been set up that you will not have this job. Exactly. And you don't even know the minute after that you are leaving, because everything that you're gonna ask today is not necessarily what you're gonna get, but your plan since you was born has been set differently. Sometimes that's why many people doesn't understand why they lose someone, or why they fail on something and all.
Or bad things happen to them.
Bad things happen to them. It's only that has been set up. Now, if we come to that, do we have to think bad about God?
I don't know. I don't think about it. Just don't think about it at all. Let's let it be. That's why I said earlier on at the beginning of this conversation that there's some people who just leave.
Yes.
You just live your life. That's it. That's all.
And you do what you have to do.
Do what you gotta do. That's it. Don't be overthinking stuff. Don't be overdoing stuff. Do what you have to do. If you feel like you want to choose something that you want, choose. Do whatever you want to do. Buy that house. Sell that car. I don't know. Travel this. Go out with this person. Whatever. If you regret it tomorrow, or if, I don't know, you buy something, you buy a house, your dream house, and then it gets burned. It's okay. Fucking move on. It was said to be like that.
Like that.
You just live your life. Because if you want to now start thinking so much, going so deep into it, that's how people fall into depression. That's how people start falling sick. That's how people
And
start blaming
it
God.
was already set up to fall into depression.
Yeah, exactly. But the best way is just to live your life. Just live your life
as simply it can be. But
simple.
even you are living as simply can be, it has been set up already that
It has
you
been
will
set
be
up. Exactly.
living as simply it can be.
Yeah, so the best advice, the best choice that I can tell someone who asks me any question about this, I'm like, I have no comment for you. I have no suggestions for you. I have no point of view for you. Just fucking live your life. Just live as is.
Yeah.
No point
because
of
you
going
don't
deep.
even know that finally you go in hell. Because we can see, if I take some examples for many pastor or maybe some people that we can see that there was inspired in the church or something like that, and in the last moment we can find them in the hotel with a girl and they're dying like that. You even don't understand how this guy has finished like that. You understand? But it's like that his life will finish. It has been set up because sometimes you cannot even understand. That's why today you are living, but you don't know tomorrow where we finish.
No, you don't even know the next second.
It's crazy.
Right now we're talking. But we don't know what's gonna happen in 5 minutes, in 10 minutes, in 15, in 20. Anything can happen. You can fall down and die right now.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly. And it's like that God has did it. And he already did it. There are so many years before.
Yeah, it's been
before
set
we
like
live in it today. So guys, we don't hate God. We love God as he created everything. But there are some logic that we have to talk about.
Yeah.
That's why we are in open mind.
These are discussions that we have to have, that even God knew that we're going to talk about this. So
Exactly.
That's it.
But also, firstly, I just want to ask a question, because sometimes that's a very crucial subject also about God. Maybe we're talking that more deeply in another podcast, but it's about to know if God is the devil at the same time. Like God is a black and white at the same time.
Black and white.
But I mean black and white in the sense that is a good and bad. Like is the, as we can say in the Bible, that is the sword.
Sword.
Double is a sword.
Double-edged sword.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yes,
so
the topic
if the
for
devil,
next time.
exactly, why it doesn't like remove the devil if it doesn't like us to do bad. So that's a good subject that we can talk about in the next podcast. So you guys, if you I hope we didn't like shock many people over here, but tell us what do you think in the comment, and next time we're gonna talk about the double face, maybe, of God.
Yes,
Who
sir.
knows? Thank you, Joy.
Thank you.